Good morning everybody, Johnny B. Good here, just trying out this angle. I found a way to jury rig the camera. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but the most important part of it is I'm able to control the recording and the stop and go through my phone, so I don't have to reach back there. I appreciate all your concerns out there that I had to reach back there, and then yeah, I never did like that, but anyway, all said and done, I think it's a lot safer this way, and it seems to be a better view, I think, right? For this purpose anyway, but I'm sure I'll have to find another different angle somewhere somehow. And also the nice thing about this is I'm able to plug it into a power source. That way the battery will never die out. Okay, one of you was asking what kind of camera I use. I use a Sony HDR AS15. The one that with the Wi-Fi, just like the one I'm using right now. The good and the bad about this, well, I don't have to tell you about the quality because you guys can see what the quality is, and I think, in my personal opinion, I think the Sony has a much better quality than the GoPro. I personally think so. And also, it doesn't have that massive fisheye mirror that the GoPro has. But then again, that could be just a matter of settings. The pros and the cons of the Sony HDR is, once you put it in this case, in a waterproof case, there's no way to plug it in. You'll have to bore a hole. You'll have to bore a hole right there on the bottom. Let's see if I can get that. Yep. You have to bore a hole on the bottom of that just to get the microphone in there. And even that, there's no way to put the charger in. Alright. Also, one of the bad things is if you take it out of the case, there's no way to stand it up, and it falls off. Not like the GoPro, that it's got a square bottom. Also, what was I gonna say? The bad thing about the Sony is, okay, we all drive on the left side of the vehicle, so chances are the camera will be on this angle. Well, Sony and their brilliant ideas put the LCD on the right side, so there's really no way for you to tell if it's recording or not. And I'm sure if you guys have been watching enough of my videos out there, I'm always having to check it. In fact, I did that last night, and to turn it around and see if the LCD is even on and recording. And also, there's a little light on the camera back here, on the back. It's got the red light. It's an indicator whether it's recording or not. It's such a faint light that it's almost hard to see, especially in the daytime. But then again, you don't really want to have a bright light because it causes a lot of heat, and it'll consume a lot of batteries. If you guys are just doing a video in your truck area, in the cab, buy a regular video camera. I'm serious. for my purpose, I wish I have both worlds, because as you know, I always go into the shipper, I go to the store, and it'd be kind of awkward to bring that massive, even the smallest little video camera that you could buy at Walmart. And that thing is big, you know. You can't put it on your hat. So that's, you know, this camera right here is never meant to be used in this way. It was used to be in an action cam. You know, it's supposed to be small, supposed to be convenient, but then again, you sacrifice all that advantages to the big video camera. So, and for the longest time, I wish I could afford to buy me a video camera. In fact, I saw one last night or the other night from Walmart. They have one on sale. It's a Sony. It's actually on sale for $170, but I just don't have $170. And so that's pretty much it as far as the pro and cons of the camera. And right now, if it's outside the case, there's really nothing you can do to mount it. You can't buy anything, and in fact, I'll show you what I had to jury rig it in such a way that that I just had to clip it on and put kind of rubber things and rubber bands, and it just makes a mess. So once again, if you're just going to use it in an open area inside the truck or outside doing your pre-trips, and you're not going into the shipper, receiver, or in the store, and you know, or you could use it that way too if you don't mind bringing a big camera like that. But as you know, I put this on top of my hat and nobody seems to notice it for the most part. So once again, I wish I could have both worlds. I really could. I would like that, but there are more pressing needs of my funds, lack of funds, that is. And even if I did have the money, there are people out there that are in so much more in need of the camera or the money that I could. It would just be wrong for me to spend my money on something else, you know. Once again, I'd like to ask you guys out there, if you guys have a spare bedroom, a spare place for Barbara Adler. She seems to be a really good person. She is also a chef, and she's being kicked out this December 7th. I mean January 7th. She's willing to move and go wherever, and I bet you that she would be willing to stay in as a housemaid or a chef or whatever. And also, if you guys want to send her some money, oh, she would greatly appreciate that. And she has authorized me to give her personal information out there. And please don't send it to me, because if you send it to me, then I had to spend $11 to send it to her. In fact, one of you sent $50 so I could send it to her, and I haven't been able to send it to her because I don't have $11 to send. So just message me and I'll give you I'll give you her information if you're willing to help out. And the best way to help her out is, as I said, if you guys have a spare bedroom, a business you guys need some help with, or even cash, send it through Walmart on MoneyGram. Seems to be the most convenient way, or Western Union, or however you guys want to send it. She definitely needs help. All right, well, I better get going. I am still about 40 miles to my destination, and let's cut this video right here and I will demonstrate. Okay, 5 4 3 2 1 0. A little over dramatic there, Johnny. Be good. Blast off.